Welcome back to The Explainer. I am so excited you're here today because, wow, we are looking at something absolutely epic. If you're joining me for this Explainer, I want you to consider this your official, top-secret orientation guide for the ultimate defense squad. Seriously, we're pulling directly from some incredible historical writings about the ultimate fortress and the armor of righteousness. So get ready, recruits, because we are literally about to learn how to gear up for the biggest adventure of your life. Now, think about this for a second. Have you ever tried to build an invincible fort? Maybe you took every single couch cushion in your living room, grabbed the heaviest blankets you could find, and barricaded the door to make the perfect, unbreakable, safe base. You probably wanted a place where absolutely nothing could get you, right? A place to hide from your siblings or, imaginary monsters. Well, today, we're talking about a real-life fort. But this one, it isn't made of pellets or cardboard boxes. No way. It's the ultimate, unbreakable safe base built by God himself. Okay, let's dive into this. Section 1. The ultimate shining fortress, a glowing city on a hill. Look at this massive contrast here. On one side, we have what the source calls centuries of moral darkness. This is the world outside the fort. It's described as a revolted world, basically a place full of strife, trouble, and scary, unpredictable dark situations where things are constantly going wrong. But on the other side, we have a city set on a hill. The writings actually tell us that through all that darkness, the Church of Christ has stood out like a glowing, shining city. Instead of fear and confusion, it shines brilliantly with pure Bible doctrines, literally lighting up the pitch-black night like a massive lighthouse. It's pretty incredible to think that the church is literally God's fortress and his city of refuge. Now, you might be wondering, what if the people inside look a little weak or defective sometimes? Well, that's just because it's full of regular, everyday humans like you and me. And hey, we make mistakes. But make no mistake about the fortress itself. Held completely safe right in the middle of a revolted, rebellious world, it is an absolutely unbreakable stronghold. It has stood the test of time because all down through history, incredibly brave and faithful souls have built the walls of this church on earth by just trusting God.
Think of this fortress kind of like a giant, glowing stage. The source actually calls the church the theater of grace. So God uses his fortress as a special stage where he delights, he absolutely loves, to show off his mercy. Imagine a massive audience watching closely. He uses this stage to run experiments of mercy on human hearts, proving to the whole universe, to angels and humans alike, just how much he truly loves us, even when we mess up.
But, as you know, every great fortress has a threat outside the gates. So, Section 2. The tricky enemy outside. Beware of sneaky deceptions. Listen closely here, recruits, because the enemy outside our glowing fortress doesn't fight fair. His power isn't about being big or loud or violently crashing through the gates. No, it's deceptive power. He wants to trick everyone, even the very elect, which basically means the smartest, most dedicated, and most loyal guards in the fort. You see, he doesn't show up at the front door as a scary, roaring monster with sharp claws and horns. If he did, we'd all just run away, right? Instead, he uses devices. He sneaks around. He might disguise his bad ideas to look totally normal, harmless, or even, good. It's all a very careful trick to get you to open the gates.
But hey, here's the amazing news. God doesn't leave us defenseless against these tricks. Not at all. The source tells us exactly what to do. Our minds must be sharpened by divine enlightenment. What does that mean? It means God flips on a massive, high-powered spotlight right inside our brains so we are never ignorant of these sneaky devices. With God's light shining bright, the shadows just disappear, and we can see right through the enemy's cleverest disguises every single time.
So how do we get ready for this? Section 3. The armor of righteousness. Gearing up for the grand adventure.
Righteousness. I know, it's a very big word, but it simply means God's perfect goodness. So, the crucial point here is that you don't have to build your own armor out of your own good deeds. Remember that couch cushion armor we talked about earlier? As cool as it is, it wouldn't hold up for a single second against the enemy's tricks. Instead, God actually hands you his perfect goodness, and you get to wear it like a gleaming, heavy-duty, completely unbreakable suit of armor. You are wearing God's perfection, not your own. Our source text gives us the exact 3 steps to get fully suited up and into a proper battle stance. Step 1. Enter the narrow pathway. This means deliberately saying no to our own selfish desires and choosing to follow Jesus even when it's really tough. Step 2. Stand firmly on the platform of eternal truth. Plant your feet right now. Seriously, do not let anyone push you off what you know is true from the Bible. You hold your ground. And Step 3. Contend earnestly for the faith. That means you stand up, you fight for what's right, you defend your fellow recruits, and you never, ever back down. Moving right along, we have Section 4, Teaming Up with God, the true science of salvation. Guys, the whole treasury of heaven is at your command. Imagine you're playing the most intense video game ever, and right when you need it most, you get a limitless, ultra-rare supply drop. That's what this is. Whenever you're in trouble, whenever you feel weak, you can literally call down angels, wisdom, strength, and courage right from heaven itself. You have absolutely unlimited resources at your fingertips to prepare the way of the Lord. You never run out of health, and you definitely never run out of backup. And why is the heavenly treasury so infinitely big? Well, it's because of this massive word right here, omnipotence. Omnipotence. That literally means all-powerful. It's God's absolute, endless, and completely unbeatable superpower. To put that into perspective, if you combine all the strength in the entire universe, like all the stars, all the gravity, all the energy, it doesn't even come close to God's omnipotence. No way.
And here is the true science of salvation in action. Our ultimate hope isn't in other human beings, because let's be honest, humans eventually get tired. Our hope is in the living God. He unites, He joins together His unbeatable omnipotence with our human teamwork. So we put in the daily effort, we stand our ground, and He adds the ultimate, universe-creating superpower. We work together hand in hand for the absolute glory of His name. How cool is that?
Which brings us to our final section. Section 5, Victory over every foe, a guaranteed win.
The writings anchor everything on this incredibly powerful verse from 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 7. It says, by the word of truth, by the power of God, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left. Do you realize what that practically means for you out on the battlefield? It means you have a massive, heavy shield in one hand to block every single trick, and a gleaming, sharp sword in the other, right hand and left hand. You are completely covered, front to back, side to side. You are literally untouchable to the enemy. And because of this impenetrable armor, our fortress isn't just standing still, hiding out and hoping the enemy goes away. God's design is for His church to advance. We're on the move, marching forward together. As a team, we grow in purity, we grow in knowledge, and we step boldly from light to light and from glory to glory. Equipped with God's power, we are an unstoppable force of goodness, actively pushing back the dark world.
So here's the question you have to answer right now. You know about the dark, tricky world outside the gates. You know about the sneaky enemy trying to trick you. But you also know about the glowing fortress, the limitless video game-style treasury of heaven, and the perfect, unbreakable armor God is holding out to you right this very second. Will you put on the armor of righteousness today? Will you step up, join the team, and take your rightful place in God's unstoppable fortress? The adventure is waiting for you. Decide today.